back at it again, and we've got a window installed. We got the other window installed. I think I've showed you before. We got our skylight installed. My wife has been in here working on the phone. It's reflective on one side. Still trying to get stuff done little by little and still have a lot to do. We are getting close on the outside, but haven't really started anything on the inside yet. I made a door and I didn't like it. So I'm redoing it in a very, maybe it's not completely unique way, but I've not personally seen a door done this way, and I'm gonna try it anyways. So I've also not seen a camper done quite this way. Why not? My battery's done. We'll have to catch up once I get fully charged. All right, here's your ketchup. Sorry, I don't have any mustard. It's been just a moment for you, a little longer than that for me. And me. There's our door. It works. Take a good look, because it's fixing to change colors. First of all, just let me say I wanted to do a lot better job recording footage of everything we was doing here, and I bought a nice GoPro and then it didn't work. And so I've been recording on my phone until my phone dies, and anyways, that's where we're at. And the data on my phone is just about out, so I'm trying to figure out a solution to this, but that's where we're at right now. We got our door painted here and our ship's cabin port window there. Got the rest of the camper painted. The roof is done. We put our windows in and it had white and it came with silver screws. I just didn't like the way it looked. So I went ahead and painted those, the frame around those two to help that blend in. I've still got to put the door back on once everything's dry. And obviously we still have quite a bit of work. I'm walking like I'm on a ship's cabin, on a ship, whatever. Anyways, we've got a lot to do in here, but on the one hand, but we kind of don't. So we are intentionally going to leave this fairly unfinished. So we've got some ideas of what we're gonna do in here, but the concept for this whole thing is to be functional, to be sturdy, dependable. We've got a family of 5, we wanna be able to use it, but like I said in earlier videos, we're not trying to make a 5-star, top of the line RV. If we was gonna do that, we'd go buy one. But we are trying to, for a fairly economical price, come out with a product that we can use for years to come, and I think we're doing that. We do have our toilet here, got the hole cut, but I'm sure you wanted to see that. We've still got a ways to go, but it's coming together, so I'm gonna be done for today, but I think you will probably just show back up in about 5 seconds with me working on something else. So this is where we are right now. We've got the outside painted, and I just finished painting the inside. You can see it's still drying. But this is where we are. So we have a big old long couch cushion we're gonna repurpose. Obviously right now it looks horrible. Now it's much better. and it's gonna be the little girl's bed. Well, we've got a kitchen sink and countertop in place to prepare food. We've got a little portable grill, so that is what will kind of go here so we can cook. Yes, I know, ventilation, we haven't forgot. Still got bunk beds that we're planning to build over here. Got a bench seat we need to figure out, and yeah. We got bunk beds. We've got a countertop, we've got a sink, we've got an air conditioner that's not hooked up, I've got a door that's not on, but we are making progress. I believe the expression is like a glove. We have lights, we have power. Quick explanation of, and see it's wired correctly, check that out. A quick explanation of our electrical system is that we've got a outlet here that we can plug straight in, and the first plug it goes to is a GFCI, and so if this gets flipped, it cuts everything out. So beyond that, I am relying on whatever 15 amp, 20 amp, 30 amp breaker that we are plugging into. And so there's a lot of people that would tell you don't do that. And so I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm just going to tell you that is what we have done. And it's not the first time I have done it, and it has not failed me. So that's how everything works as far as the electrical system. We've got outlets, we've got lights. Now, if you were running a bunch of heavy stuff, you definitely wouldn't want to go that route. We're not. And so I don't think we'll have any issues. And if we do, I can always come back and fix it later. It's not exactly like it's hidden. So I just gotta say, if you do anything, get one of these. And I mean anything, like construction, plumbing, electrical work, brain surgery, whatever it is, this is so handy. You join me here as I sit down to eat my lunch. Very hungry. This is how it's going to work. We've got the bench, we've got the table. We can move this table outside if we want to eat outside and don't have a picnic area. You know, have our lawn chairs and all that stuff. It should be great. In many ways, I think sometimes we're only limited by our creativity. So, or possibly by our redneck ability. For instance, this may or may not be a decorated paint bucket that will hold utensils. I'm not saying it will be. It might just be sitting there. You know, it could be though. Got a shelf here for food stuff, dishes, whatnot. Got another shelf here over where the commode will be sitting. We wanted beds for the kids, and so we've got this one already made. I bet you can't guess which one of my kids that one's for. But we took an old bed that we had and cut it down. A little bit of work to do left, that's pretty rough. And so then we're wrapping it in fabric and giving it a backing. By doing that, we could make it fit exactly where we wanted to inside the bed areas. We have shelving back here where their clothes and stuff will go. So yeah, getting that all set up. This was a large bed that we cut down into these smaller mattresses for them. So should work great. But anyways, you are limited by your ability to be creative. I definitely am, because I get online looking for ideas and I see some of the stuff that people have done and I'm in awe. I kept having a little problem here with my door as well, because the even it's sitting level right now, but it would just kind of keep closing. So on days when I want to keep it open, it wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, man, what can we do? Again, you could buy solutions, but I had those and I had a wire. Redneck, creativity, jerry-rigged, there's a lot of words for it. One other thing we've done is with this roof. So we had originally painted it. I don't know how much you can see, but we've got a slope right here. The whole box is 14 foot long. So we've got this slope from right here to the back. We have a 3-inch drop over about a 12 and a half foot span. And we've had some rain already and it's worked, but I wanted to be confident and I wasn't yet. And so I went with this thick elastomeric coating that we actually troweled on. And so I feel a lot better having this on here because it is 100% waterproof. It's on very thick. And so yeah, this is a better. I'm going to get up here and touch up some of this because right now it's kind of ugly. But it sits higher. I mean, I'm not worried about it too much. The waterproofing is the main thing. It sits high enough that the majority of people won't see it, except for YouTube, right? I mean, it'll just be like our secret. Nobody but me and you. Anyways, I feel a lot better about this situation. We just need to touch up some of the paint ugliness, and the white will help in terms of helping it stay a little cooler naturally on sunny days. So that part will be nice. All right, now we got a fully painted waterproof roof onto the water lines. There are many things that I am not, but somewhere on that list is the profession of being a plumber. I can do some stuff, and I'm doing this now. I don't know that that means I should, but here I be. So what I'm trying to do now is we have a water tank in here that needs to be able to be filled, but I want to be able to run essentially 2 distinct systems where if we can hook up to a tap, we can have water that way, or have a tank and run off a battery powered little pump to still have water if we're off grid. So I'm trying to set that system up. So I've got one valve that I'm going to use for our fresh water running just direct into the camper for when we have it. And then this that I'm going to set up to fill our tank. I don't know that it's the proper way. If you've watched this far into the video or videos, you have probably realized that proper isn't necessarily high on my priority list. Functional and works is what we're going for. Alright, we ain't there yet, but just so you understand what is going on here. So this line will be coming up from my reservoir, my tank. So it comes through this pump and comes over here to where this valve is. So I can turn that on and I'll be able to draw water from my tank. Or I can hook straight into an outdoor spigot and that water will come feed through here, and I can turn that one on and not have to mess with my pump or my tank. So I can bypass either system from right here. And then this line will go and feed to the rest of the trailer. Alright, I have had enough for one day. It went dark outside probably a couple hours ago. But make progress today. Got shelves up. One here, one here. Can't remember what all we pointed out before. Got shelves. I've got my sewer lines and water lines in place. I'm missing one fitting from getting everything hooked up. I've got an outside spigot there. I went over how the water and pump system works earlier. At least I believe I did. We've got our batteries on a trickle charger here. Anyways, it is slowly but surely coming together. You're probably going to see me again in like 3 seconds, but I'm done for the day. And we're back. So now it's time to start adding our lights so that we can be legal going down the road. For some reason, they do say being legal is a plus, so we're gonna try to, make that happen. Apparently when you stop, you should like let the other cars behind you know or something. I don't know, it's kind of strange, but I suppose that's what we'll do. Alright, I believe we are all systems go. We have already been on our maiden voyage, made sure everything is working as far as being able to go down the road. But we are fixing to go on the very first camping trip with it, just to make sure everything works on the inside, plumbing and all the rest of it. Say hi! Alright, we are at home sweet home. We don't have any electrical hookups on this one, and I haven't finished getting the wiring run for our battery operated lights. So we got a legitimately battery operated light. But we do have the water hookups here. And so we can turn this on, hit a switch, and we can have running water, cold and cold. So for cooking in here, there would be plenty of people that would say don't. And I would understand why, but we did it last year for 21 days. And this year's actually better. So we got ventilation coming in here, got a fan that's pulling it up. We also got this right here that's open. And we've got another that's open on this side. If I pass out and fall over, it wasn't good enough. Good morning. Made it through the entire night. and slept well. It was all well. We had our fan pulling in ventilation, which did work on the stove, by the way. We may try to figure out a better system there, seriously. But anyway, it did work. If we have power, we've got an AC unit and heater, and we're good to go. It actually, I don't think I've showed, maybe I did, but it sits underneath the countertop. So it's back out of the way. Our beds fold down. Mine folds up under the countertop. Hers folds up against the back wall, my wife's, and then they lay down together. So it's essentially like a 3-inch foam mat. So yeah, it works. We're going to be using it. This is the first time, but it definitely won't be the last time. And this is going to be the end of the build videos. We've got a few more things that we'll probably do. One of the things is we're going to put some like decals and stuff on the side. But these build videos have stretched out for quite a while. So this is going to be the end of the build video. If I do anything as far as that goes, it'll just be a short or something. But we will be using it. And hope you enjoyed the videos. Maybe even learned something that you want to try. Peace.